Greetings, lords and ladies. Welcome back to the Path of Exile. You might notice some changes in my build. That is, I took my sweet ass time to finally return to this game, and in the meantime, they released a spell of such great magnitude of awesomeness and such a huge just content patch that I just couldn't pass that shit up, man. Like, the Ember Boar now actually is going to be made out of embers. I'm going to basically, at the end of this build, I will have Avatar of Fire. Not because I picked it right here, but because a certain amulet that I will want to have does have that specific, modifier. Uh, After that, I will have almost 50% fire penetration, so yeah. That's not fire resistance reduction, it's just the cap of everything is 75%, and even if you want to have 100% resistance for something, if you then have 50% penetration, then you take that 75 cap and reduce it by 50. If you have, how we call it, resistance reduction, then you reduce the total amount, like over the 75 reduction. Also, I'm being attacked right here. But as you can see, I have not given up on my tankiness. At least not yet, really. My build now consists of, I needed clarity for sure. My build is now heavily has a hefty mana cost, just because of Incinerate. I've got Heavy Strike just for single target, Sunder for if I, run out of mana for Incinerate. Then I can still do Sunder while I wait for my mana to regen, because my attack speed is not nearly as high as my mana regeneration. I get more mana back while using Sunder than I spend. And, Tempest Shield is going to be something that will stick from the build before this, but basically everything else will be changed at the end of this. Like, my path has completely shifted. I'm going to do the wackiest ass shit build that you can even imagine on doing with the Marauder. I'm going to make him into a fire mage, basically. Like, you see the Incinerate? Yeah, the spell that I want to use is the ultimate version of Incinerate. It is literally the meme of I'm charging my laser. It's insane. Well, at least the looks of it. Maybe the damage isn't that high if you, just use it, but if you specifically mod for it and specifically build around it, then oh man. Especially with the unique support gem cast while channeling. It's a channeling attack, the laser that I want to eventually use. And by channeling, you then, if you have the cast while channeling, and if you have another spell attached to the spell you have the cast while channeling on, then you almost fire it 3 times a second, the skill that you attached to your channeling skill. Yeah, it has a how you call it, specific downtime of 0.35 seconds. So that's almost 3 times a second you can cast the secondary spell you attach to your laser, which is insane. Sadly, I think I cannot use Incinerate as the certain spell that I link to my how you call it, to my Scorching Ray, as the spell is called. And I don't even think that Marauder gets Scorching Ray from his own. So I will have to level up a secondary character next to it and give Scorching Ray as soon as I can possibly get to Emberbore. So that, Incinerate will be replaced by the ultimate version of it. But anyway, yeah, let's just continue like nothing ever happened. Yeah, my build has completely changed. The Emberbore is actually going to be a fire thing. Like, it's not going to use fire as a little boost to its damage. No, it's going to be literally only fire. That's the only thing that I will be doing. Come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this. Thank you. Well, it didn't give me that much helpful stuff, but because it's two-handed swords, I don't care about two-handed swords. I don't care about two-handeds in this build anyway, because I'm still going to use a shield and I'm still going to be quite tanky, especially if I do the Chieftain ascendancy for Marauder, which actually gives you quite a lot of life regen, quite a lot of strength, and a specific modifier of 1% of every fire damage that you do gained as life. And since I'm going to do only fire damage, well, every damage that I do will heal me for 1% of the damage dealt. That is insane. Also, if I, actually can get some other legendary items, because I am going to spec in after fire as soon as I have a little bit of fire penetration, and I will respec out of it once I get the special amulet that has it innately on it, because an extra free passive skill point it's always nice. It's not kind of free in any sense of the word, because you still have to actually wear the amulet. But the amulet itself is also pretty darn strong. It's an amulet that gives strength and gives a passive plus 10% strength, which combined with a certain Chieftain passive gives me a passive 20% extra strength, which is insane. Especially if you have Iron Will, which gives you the melee damage boost from strength to your spells also. Hey, here's the Great White Boost. Nice, finally. Yeah, as you can see, Incinerate is quite powerful in and of itself, let alone its upgraded form. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one, lads and ladies. It is going to be a fun build. Especially because I just can stand still and just melt everything in front of me, while just not giving a total shit about whatever my enemies are doing, because I just regen so much health and I just deal so much fire damage that, even if you are resistant to it, I will still melt your ass. Like, it's insane, the build that I've concocted with this character. And it's weird because I'm making Marauder into a proper fire mage. Like, it's the only class that actually can use the after fire passive effectively. Like, the witch needs, if you go elementalist, which focuses on the elemental damages instead of minions or chaos, it needs every elemental to be very effective, and the Inquisitor, how you call it, the Inquisitor priest thing, the Templar, the Inquisitor Templar, that's alright. That's how it's called. Actually combines spells with attacks, and the assassin, how you call it, rogue shadow, which is the next nearest point into intelligence, into the spells section, doesn't actually use spells that often. And maybe the trapper or something actually uses traps, but it doesn't use actually, spells like incinerate or something. The Marauder, even though he's supposed to be the dumbest class of all, and he's supposed to be the brawn of everybody, he has the most strength base, he has the most options to get more strength than any other class, and he has the most options of going tanky and melee, has also the option of being the best fire mage of all classes. That's just unfair. GGG. Grind gear game. Oh god. No, please don't. I will have to cut this in editing.
Hello.
God damn it.
The white beast
probably
spirit
see
is at
a
rest.
large amount of editing during this section. Alright, we don't need physical damage anymore, so let's do the strength though. Which, yeah, it gives extra physical damage. It also gives quite a hefty amount of extra life, so yeah, I'm about to do that. Yeah, it also gives more energy shield, so fuck it, why not? Also, I don't need to Quicksilver. Oh, god damn it, the lag. I swear I have to look into this. Oh wait, I know. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I didn't identify it first. Damn, that's dumb. Sorry. No,
Troubles you bring.
fuck that shit. Alright, let's sell whatever we
Travel
left.
far.
Alright. And let's also, as you can see here, if it loads, thank you, I have a shit ton of items. A shit ton of more items, because I have been playing this game, just not, recording it. Alright, another snip in editing right there. Alright. Yes, we now need to go to... Well, I do want to kill Kraten at first, so we need to deal with the bandits, and we are going north. So that's the den, we already did that. Yes. More enemies, I don't give a shit. Just like see how it melts through everything. It's quite mana intensive, I know, and I can't hold it out that long. But once we get blood magic, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Because I am going to do blood magic. Like, are you kidding me? That's my whole bread and butter. Blood magic is my favorite.
Come to me,
Just
Exile.
all around
Let us speak of death
passive
and
skill
desire.
points that I can spend in this whole entire game. Like, I love the fact that I just have one resource. Oh, hello, Gnees. Yeah. You're the only thing that even hits a little bit hard for me. And you still don't deal enough damage to overcome the tankiness of this build. Let alone survive the damage of it. Yeah, that's the awesome part. Strength also gives life. So because I have large amounts of strength, which gives me large amount of spell damage if I have Iron Royal, It also gives me a large amount of health, which is effectively my
My
mana.
sculpture complains.
Yeah. I fought this build out, lords and ladies. I fought this shit out. First I was like, just play this game. I just want to kind of, do a whirlwind build, maybe tanky. But now, oh boy, I have planned such a good build for now. Like around, I don't know, 150 extra spell damage, if it's not more. Insane
Life is wasted.
fire penetration, which is the only damage type that I'm going to do. Insane lifesteal from the fire damage, which is also nice. Ooh. Let's see. At 3 cold damage. No. Even though it's a rare, it's a tier lower, so why did I even bother? Well, because it's a rare, If you're lucky, you can get, the add 1 to 6 lightning damage, but then to spells, and cold damage to spells, and fire damage to spells, and if that's everything I got, then I would actually get more DPS out of this rare weapon, but that's just, the dice roll that I'm not ever going to get. A knockback support. I don't know, it's a hit. Sad. That would have been funny though, if I could make a laser that knockbacked. Like there's only one game that I can think of that does such a thing, and that's the Binding of Isaac. If you have knockback tiers in that game and some kind of laser, then it actually knocks back enemies with your laser, which is insane. But sadly, you cannot do that here. Which I don't really mind, because I will melt the shit out of everything. I'm already doing it now, let alone once my build is complete. God damn. Yeah, I'm excited for this shit. You're not? Well, fuck off. A Fire Mage Marauder, come on, that's a unique, fun to use build, isn't it? Come on, you gotta give me that. It's interesting to say the least. It's not something that you see all day. Maybe a fire totem damage, mage-ish build for Marauder, but not a fully fledged strength intelligence hybrid fire mage build. Well, come on, you don't see that every day. Alright. Hell yes, more fire damage, because the next one gives me 1% life regeneration per second. Which, will essentially be my mana. I'm going to have such a high amount of life regeneration that even with the large amount of mana that I need, I won't even feel it, because I have so much life regeneration. Because the cast while channeled skill, support gem, actually, gives you more cost, because the spell that you cast with it actually needs the mana that you cast to it. So you're essentially using 2 spells at the same time, which can eat someone's mana real fast. But not if your mana is life, and if you have, I don't know, like 5% life regeneration per second. If it's not even more. It's probably even more, by the way. It is probably even more. Alright. Now,
I
let's
haven't
kill
slept.
everything
No
in
one
this
has
round,
slept.
because this
Not for 3
is
days,
kind of
not since
interesting.
the black storm in the northern ranges. Not since the nightmares began. Violent and twisted night terrors. They whisper to us, tempt us, threaten us, beguile us. They promise terrible things in return for even more terrible acts. My husband, Daenerys, went to Alliston to find a doctor who might help. He should have been back yesterday. I fear for him. I fear for all of us. It has been a little over a week since
Yeah,
the
no,
Black Storm.
Tanny.
My
You
husband
died.
has not returned, and sickness now sweeps through our village. Many have died, and those who have lived have changed. These were folk we once called neighbour and friend. Now they limp and stagger through the night, their deformities as grotesque as the madness in their eyes.
So the nightmare that the crew spoke of that wiped them out from the face of this, which is probably created by the Eternal Empire, actually, you know, kind of fucked everything. Not only the crew, also just random, yeah, people in the woods. But you know, these are brittle farmers, so the people that actually got corrupted were just farmers and just normal people. Like, in war there's always a certain level of collateral damage. This is just a little bit overdue. Like Eternal Empire, why? I don't know if it's the Eternal Empire that did it though. For sure. It might also be something else that we will see in this act, in Act 2. Ooh, well, we got this one, so yeah. Nah, indeed, it's not worth it. But we did get some nice boots, maybe?
The moon was full the night of the Black Storm. It is full
not really.
again.
Alright.
They have come for me. They have come for my daughters. Bravalo called out while the others skulked
it's
and
one
muttered in the darkness. Corin went to them, arms open, welcoming. The nightmares told her to. My uncle tried to stop her. Bravalo crushed his skull with his smith's hammer. I barred the doors and windows, but they screamed like monkeys and beat themselves bloody trying to get in. I had no choice. I took my two youngest and fled through the cellar, following the tunnel to the mill. All we can do is hide and hope. God help us.
Wait.
The
No,
moon was
I
full the
can't
night of the
see.
Black Storm. It is
Did
full
the
again.
skeleton here
They
have the name Bravado? Yeah, it did. That's sad. My god. Why do I like sad games? Why? God damn it. I got the feels. We need to kill some more things. We need to drown this feeling with murder. Damn, with my little bit high-pitched voice, that sounded a little bit strange. Yeah. I'm kind of a violent person in these kinds of games. Yeah. Wait. You will defeat the undead army in the ruined fortress. Alright, alright. This is the broken... What's the ruined fortress? I don't know. That's probably something that we will see in a few episodes, or maybe in the next episode, I don't know. No, the next episode is going to probably be a little bit of lore inside the town again.
I cannot carry this.
Wait, no, the next episode is going to be the Black Temple. Spoilers. I don't give a fuck if you can carry it, yes or no. Just, you know, I'm not going back either way, even if you can carry it. I'm just going to deal with the limited inventory space that I have. Yeah, as you can see, it's just melting people. Even the magic ones. and probably also Kraton once we reach him, will just be melted. Yeah. Alright. So, I don't know. The nightmare. I don't know what. Oh, wait. It's this. It's this. Yeah. It's definitely this.
Where bandits have taken hold,
Damn.
a lifeless army rises to guard the ruined fortress.
This indeed melts everything. Holy damn. 100% chance to pierce? Yeah, I noticed. Damn. Alright, prophecy fulfilled. Yay. Ooh, waypoint. Ooh, piece of candy. Alright.
I
Yeah,
cannot
the
carry
nightmare
this.
we have to intensively. Oh, I need to carry that. I need fucking not back support. I'm not going to use it anyway. I need to carry it. Goddamn, just place it. Thank you. It's a total randomizer, that's true, but the randomized properties that you can have are insane. Alright. Yeah. The nightmare. We do need to get back to that specific
Your trouble.
point once we reach a certain point in this game, in this chapter. No, just fucking kill him. I don't give a shit. 10% elemental resistance, yeah, no. I need the skill point. I mean, it is kind of nice, just 10% flat elemental resistance extra. Like, come on, what's ladies? This is insane, isn't it? I can just stand
Your
here
death had more honor than your life.
while I melt a legendary mob. Sound the air horns. Emberboar just roasted a dead person. Well, you know, it's not that bad to roast a dead person if you're the one who killed the dead person. No, that's. I'm not going to use barrage. Yeah, just like this. All right. Yeah, let's just walk back and get to the entrance of the Black Temple, which is going to be our next objective. So, yeah, the civilization that I was talking about that might also be the responsible for the nightmare, which might be more likely to be the responsible ones for the nightmare, is the Val. But I don't know if the Val is just the race of people, like the Karuri are the Karuri race, and their tribes have certain civilization names. Like, I don't know, you have the Scottish, and then certain houses, you know, describe their civilizations, something like that. I don't know if the Eternal Empire is the empire that the Val raised, which might actually be the thing that, you know, happened because of I don't know, because the Eternal Empire, I don't see. Wait. Did Piety say she was of the Eternal Empire? I don't remember. I need to look that back up. Anyway, that's something we need to look out for, at least. The Val. The Val are insanely important to the story of this game, and yeah, just in general, actually, for this game, important. Right now, they are not actually present that much, But that's all going to change rather sooner than later, actually. So yeah. Also, the little bit of spoiler here, the boss from Act 2, in comparison to the final boss from Act 1, is not that great actually. It's really disappointing actually, I find. There's a huge build up towards it and then it's just, wow. It's this dull of a fight, or just a dull of a design for the boss. That's sad. That's a little bit, you know, I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed kind of feel, for me at least. But I will explain it once we get there again. Lots of foreshadowing in this episode, man. I'm just getting back into this game, you know. I don't know what to talk about, so I'm just talking about what we will be doing. Oh no, wait, it's the Chamber of Sins. Yeah, my bad. Alright. Our clarity is 5 mana per second. How much mana per second do we actually regen? Wait. If we decast it... Oh my god. We didn't have it on. We didn't have it on. Look at the mana now. This is something like, god damn it, Lord Longface. Why are you so stupid? You didn't have it on. Didn't have it fucking on. But anyway, this has been a new episode of the Exiled Diary. And this episode, yeah, we learned that the Nightmare didn't actually focus on the Karui, which was probably created for because the Karui were a invasive race that, you know, captured large amount of grounds in this kingdom-ish area, and of course the natives didn't like that. Who would? Just random people show up, they take your stuff, they kill your people, they rape your women, they claim your land, they sort of feel like savages to you. Nobody's gonna like that. Like, just between you and me, I'm fairly certain nobody's gonna like that. Except, you know, some crazy people who think, you know, because, oh, they were a little bit marginalized, you know, a few years back, a few decades back. So we need to give them more privileges than we, because we are privileged. But that's just a hypothetical situation. Alright. Now, the Chamber of Sins is going to be the next part. What's going to be in it, which is important. Basically, actually, the way forward. The means we need to get to a certain area in this area, basically. Yeah. And that's the next episode, which is probably going to air, you know, right after this one, because these are fairly short in comparison to something like the Ashen Journey or Warframe Quests, or even Warframe Charming Farming, whatever I've done so far. Although this one is going to be a little bit larger, I think, than any other. If you like this video, finally I'm getting to that part, leave a like. If you dislike this video, please also leave a dislike. Comment why you dislike this video, comment why you like this video, or don't comment at all. Just comment hashtag boy or something, just whatever, the memes, you know. But my name is Lord Longface, and I will see you lots and ladies in the next one.